review. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be doing a style of video that I don't think I've done for like the past 6 months. You see the face cams on, so you know it's going to be a different video. Today I'm bringing back the popular series of mine where I review the Gunsmith's inventory and go over the current God rolls that he has. However, this one's a bit different because this one is a little bit more time sensitive. For those of you guys that do not know, the Gunsmith resets his rolls twice a week. He resets them once at reset, which is now the time I'm recording this, and then he resets them again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Why does he reset them a second time? I have no idea, but all the other videos that I have made have been based off of that 7 p.m. reset, and those are basically the rolls that are going to stay into the end of the week. These rolls, however, are only going to stay until that 7 p.m. reset, which is tomorrow. So I want to do a bit of an off-the-cuff video and just kind of get this out to you guys, just so that you guys don't miss out on anything that might be really good. Obviously, if he does update his inventory and it's got some really good God rolls as well, he basically just keeps the same weapons and gets different perks, then I'll let you guys know in a pinned comment. If you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you enjoy my content a lot, to maybe subscribe, then subscribe to see more from me. And without further ado, let's jump into this. Now, taking a look at the Gunsmith's inventory, we're just going to do this how we would normally do it if I were to script this out and edit it together. We're going to be going over all these weapons, going over the roles that you would want, and what scenarios you would want those roles in, and everything like that. So let's go ahead and start things off with the Whispering Slab. Now, this is the World Loot Pool bow that you can get in the kinetic slot, and the role that the Gunsmith has right now is Killing Wind and Vorpal. Now, I'm not a very big fan of Killing Wind on bows. I don't really think it does all that much for you. Vorpal, on the other hand, is really good for the times that you're running Grandmaster Nightfalls. This is going to give you 20% extra damage to bosses and to champions. If we were to take a look at D2 Gunsmith, the real role that you would rather have if you were to do this for in-game content would be Archer's Tempo and Vorpal Weapon. This is going to help you with your draw time. This is obviously going to help you with that 20% extra damage, in PvE for your champions and bosses. If you were to go with a more casual role, you would want Archer's Tempo Demo or Archer's Tempo Swash. So keep an eye on those roles whenever tomorrow's reset comes around, and he might have something good for you. He might have an even better in-game role with Vorpal Archers, or he might give us pretty decent casual role. But I don't really use this bow much in general. I don't use bows all that often anyways, and if I do, it's normally Le Monarch, mainly because I'm a Grandmaster Goblin and I love Le Monarch. Now, moving on from Whispering Slab, we have one of the main highlights of the video today, and that is this Night Watch. And I'm just going to go ahead and buy this thing because this is really good. I don't even have this roll. It's a very hard roll to come by, and it's pretty much the end-all, be-all, best roll that you can get on a scout rifle for the most part. So we have Hammer Force rifling right here. This is just going to go crazy on your range and do nothing but increase your range. Very good. We have Tac Mag and Appended Mag. Tac Mag is going to give you slightly less magazine, but it's going to give you a bump to stability and reload. And Appended Mag is just going to give you full-on magazine size, so it's going to be more than Tac Mag. Then we have Rapid It, which is one of, if not the best reload perk in the game for in-game content, and Explosive Payload, which is in general one of the best perks in the game, as well as Handling Masterwork, which the Handling Masterwork I could live without. Reload speed, maybe I would rather that. Range, but it's not all that bad if you are in the case of running a GM Nightfall and you need to pop an enemy shield and then you need to swap to something else. This could be a decent Masterwork to have, but at the end of the day, Masterworks don't really matter all that much. What really matters here is Rapid It and Explosive Payload. This is going to help you reload whether you kill the enemy or not. That's what makes Rapid It so good against Outlaws, that you don't need to kill the enemy to benefit from the reload speed. And Explosive Payload is a permanent 11% damage buff to the head and 15% to the body, so it's one of the best perks in the game for PvE. Taking a look at D2 Gunsmith, the God roll that I've always recommended on this thing has been Rapid It Explosive Payload. As far as the mags, you literally have the two best mags already right here. And as far as the barrel doesn't really matter, but Hammer Force rifling is really good. Like I said, the only thing that you might be able to get better on this would be a range masterwork or a reload masterwork. This is as good as it gets. This is better than the free-to-play one that it gives you at the beginning of the New Light quest. It's not going to get better than this, as far as I know. The only thing that we're missing here is a masterwork. This might as well be a 5 out of 5, and it might be depending on the style of player you are. Do not miss this Night Watch. Whenever we get back into a scout rifle meta, whenever we get scout rifle champion mods, don't miss out on this thing. This thing was really good during Season of the Splicer. The next time that we get champion mods for scouts, this thing is going to be a top contender. It's the best in slot. I use this over Hung Jury. Get this Night Watch as soon as possible. Now, moving on from the Night Watch, we have another really rare God Roll, and that is the 7 Seraph CQC 12. Now, this arguably is way more rare than the Night Watch God Roll because this is a weapon from Season of the Worthy. I'm gonna buy this as well because this is a very rare weapon to come with this good of a God Roll. So taking a look at the 7th Seraph CQC, this obviously is one of the few lightweight frames in the game that we have. This is an energy weapon. It comes with barrel shroud, corkscrew rifling. It comes with assault mag, which is basically the best that you can get outside of accurized, and then quick draw and snapshot sights with a handling masterwork. Again, could have gone for the range. The range would have been better, but this is a really good shotgun, especially for how rare this thing is. If you like the Seraph CQC, maybe you're like me, you have the ornament for it, but you just don't have a good version of the shotgun. I mean, it's not going to get much better than this. So going on over to D2 Gunsmith, we can see what could have been better on this. Full choke is just the end all be all barrel, but what we had with corkscrew and barrel shroud, you know, not the worst. Corkscrew is going to give you more range than barrel shroud will. We don't really need the handling for barrel shroud, so you probably want to go with corkscrew on this, but full choke obviously would be the best. That's going to tighten your spread. Accurized and assault mag, these are the two best mags that you can get on any shotgun. And then we have the best perks that you can possibly get, quick draw and snapshot. It doesn't get any better from this. You could argue Vorpal weapon, but again, you're not going to get as much use out of Vorpal as snapshot. And unfortunately, we don't have a range masterwork. But what I do want to beat into your heads is this weapon's very rare. The only way that you can get these weapons, these Seraph weapons, is through the gunsmith and turning in, you know, your materials. And your chances of getting a, you know, Seraph weapon from the gunsmith, which I'll go and turn in some rep right now just to prove my point a little bit. It's pretty rare. You know, you don't see these weapons often. You can turn in as many gunsmith... God damn it. You can turn in as many gunsmith mats as you would like, right? And it's very rare that you see a weapon from the Seraph set. It just doesn't happen that often, right? You know, they are the rarest because they are from a past season, so it makes it to where them popping up in the loot pool is very rare. So getting a Seraph weapon in and of itself is difficult. Getting the specific Seraph weapon, in this case would be the shotgun, is even more rare than that. So just to kind of prove my point a little bit, let's just completely ignore the fact that I got a 7 Seraph SMG. We're just not going to talk about that at all, and we're going to move on to the next weapon. Now, the next weapon here is going to be Eternal Blazon. Now, we've gone over the God Roll for this many a times. This is pretty close. We have a range masterwork. We have light mag, which is fine. You know, the scopes doesn't really matter. Quick draw, on the other hand, isn't that good, and disruption break is actually pretty good. Disruption break, anytime you break a shield, whether that be anti-barrier or an element, it gives you 50% extra damage to your kinetic weapon for the next, I believe, 5.5 seconds. Really good perk. In this case, though, not really. You would normally want something like rapid hit disruption. You could also go with rapid hit one for all. You could go rapid hit kill clip, overflow kill clip, overflow one for all. You know, that's basically the PvE rolls that you're wanting. Disruption break, really good though. That 50% extra damage, very nice, especially if you have a high damaging kinetic weapon to follow it up with. Very good. This disruption break, or this Eternal Blazon, my bad, on the other hand, really only has one good thing going for it. You know, maybe light mag, disruption, and range, but this right here, a very big wasted perk slot, so I really wouldn't bother too much into using it. And for the last two weapons here, we have heavy grenade launchers. We have the Berenger's Memory with disruption break and underdog. And you guys probably don't need me to tell you that heavy grenade launchers just are not that good at all. You know, there's very rare is a heavy grenade launcher going to be good for you. In the case of using this weapon, clown cartridge, field prep in the first column's good. Demolitionist rampage might be pretty decent, but again, heavy GLs just not all that good. And then of course we have the outrageous fortune, which comes with auto-loading, quick draw, and spike nade. So this one is slightly better than the Berenger's. And going ahead and taking a look at the God Roll that we can get on that. For the first column, we have field prep and auto-loading. The second column, we have rampage and maybe ambitious assassin. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy a little bit of an off-the-cuff video. I mainly wanted to make this really quick to let you guys in on this Night Watch and the 7th Seraph. The Night Watch, pretty much not going to get any better than this. The 7th Seraph, like I said, it does have some room for improvement. God tier perk, God tier perk, God tier perk. Corkscrew rifling, it's okay. And then we could have had a ranged masterwork, but again, this weapon is so rare, you can't be all that picky. And if this is a weapon that you've been wanting to get a good roll on, I would highly recommend picking it up. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. This obviously was not scripted like most of my other content is. It wasn't really all that well edited, which I apologize for, but I want to get this PSA out for those of you guys that might be interested in some of the weaponry that the Gunsmith has, at least into the Wednesday reset. I will fill you guys in. If he does reset and he has better rolls than he has right now, I'll let you guys know in the comments down below so that this video can continue to be relevant, you know, all the way through the week. You know, I want you guys to check that pinned comment. Let me know if you are going to look at it. I don't want you ignoring it. But yeah, for those of you guys that are watching to this point, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content today. Like the video if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys next time.